Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about Nikola Jokić, and again we're talking about one of the reads that he makes when teams go to double him. This is going to be what I would call his second read, second easiest read, and it depends on the action that the defense takes. So first, last week we talked about how if this defender rotates over, his easiest read is simply with no rotation, an easy pass to Christian Braun. Today we're going to do the next step of that. Let's go. All right, so first and foremost here we have the same situation. We have spread all around the floor, and Jokić has the ball in the post. So with this, in particular this time, we're watching these two players. In particular, SGA is going to be the one that goes to double. So last time we saw the help came from this side, and this time we're going to see the double come here. This changes the read that Denver makes, and their first read is that if this player has the opportunity to cut, they're going to cut right into the space because it makes it difficult because either this player or this player has to take it, and neither of them are really ready for it at the moment. And so we're going to see Michael Porter Jr. cuts when SGA turns the ball, or turns his head, and you get a wide open layup at the rim. Now, it was much more common to not see Michael Porter Jr. in this situation because Michael Porter Jr. is a shooter instead of a driver. But Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook is much more common. So here, we're going to see Buddy Hield as the Warriors go to double. Buddy Hield from the near side defender is going to go double. Instantly, Aaron Gordon is looking to attack into that space. So again, neither of these players are quite ready to step up. Steph is not going to be able to obviously match Aaron Gordon, but Kuminga's a little bit late with it if that's the rotation they want. And a pass right there to an easy dunk. I think Russell Westbrook in this situation probably makes the most sense for Denver last year because he's not really a shooting threat, so this makes him somewhat of a threat. So his defender goes. And even the moment, like this defender isn't even fully committed right here, Russ is still able to cut into that space because Jokić can hit narrow windows where a defender's not quite there, and give Russ, again, that opportunity for a wide open layup. And our final two clips are going to be both with the Mavs right here. We're going to see Clay go instantaneously, essentially. And you can see the idea right here that this defender, PJ Washington, is trying to step up. And same, this defender also tries to get a piece of it. But because the defense is out of sorts and hasn't quite rotated all the way, it makes it hard for them to adjust on the fly to these cuts, which make these cuts so dangerous. So honestly, PJ Washington does a good job. He gets over here and he stays vertical. But the issue is Russell Westbrook is coming downhill, and a good athlete coming downhill right at you is extremely difficult to play defense against if you're not already in a good position. And our last example comes from the same game. We're going to see, again, instantaneously, you just assume that this dude is going to double, Russell cuts, and if you have a defender that's taking the play off whatsoever, Jokić is going to find him. And again, a wide open layup. We saw multiple examples in those 5 clips of how the defenders were just not quite ready to get there in time, and that led to open layups from the cuts. Really simple action that you could put into your offense that Denver takes advantage of on the regular. The next type of exploiting the double that we're going to talk about is from that same position, but instead shooting the 3 out there, which is obviously a different type of player and a different type of read, but we're going to discuss that next. Probably release that next week. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe. Most importantly, have a blessed rest of your day.